Welcome to the ultimate haven for admirers of Sheikh Hamdan, the beloved Crown Prince of Dubai. This channel is your front row seat to witness the intricacies of royal life, unravel untold stories, and delve into the emotional and poetic soul of one of the most enigmatic royals in the world. If you're here, you're not just a viewer, you're part of a global community enchanted by a man whose life is as poetic as the verses he pens. The magnetism of a modern royal Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is not just a prince, he is a phenomenon. From his eloquent poetry to his adventurous spirit, from his statesman-like duties to his deeply guarded personal life, he represents a modern ideal of leadership balanced with tradition, emotion, and depth. With every public appearance, every poem, and every gesture of kindness, he captures hearts across the globe. But behind the public persona lies a private story, one of love found and lost, of emotional conflict, and of the heavy price of duty. To understand Sheikh Hamdan is to explore the quiet, turbulent emotions that lie beneath the surface of a life lived in the spotlight. Though his marriage to Sheikha bint Saeed bin Thani Al Maktoum on June 6, 2019, was celebrated across the emirate as a powerful union of tradition and kinship, whispers of unrest began to swirl not long after the fanfare faded. What seemed like a seamless royal alliance was in fact a bridge between obligation and longing, a compromise made for the kingdom, but not necessarily for the heart. Insiders have revealed the emotional complexity of the prince's life. Long before the arranged marriage, Sheikh Hamdan was said to be deeply in love with a woman named Hadia, a name scarcely mentioned, yet permanently etched in his poetry and soul. Their love story, tender yet tumultuous, played out in the shadows, far from the glitz of royalty. And though their hearts were once aligned in passion and dreams, fate had other plans. The royal muse, Hadia, and the forbidden love. Hadia was not of royal blood, but her spirit was noble, and her connection with Hamdan ran deep. She was his confidant, his muse, the quiet voice that inspired countless verses that spoke of longing, separation, and hope. They had a bond that transcended social expectations. For years, they cherished a quiet intimacy built on understanding, laughter, and shared dreams. But when the responsibilities of royalty loomed, Hamdan was forced into a decision that tore his heart in two. Though the marriage to Sheikha brought royal favor and reinforced dynastic strength, it left Hadia devastated. For a woman who gave her heart entirely, the idea of watching him walk down an aisle with someone else was unbearable. Rather than stay and fight a losing battle against royal expectations, she chose to leave, a selfless act of love that broke both their hearts. Poetry as catharsis. A prince's silent confessions. Hamdan's poetry became the only place he could truly speak his truth. In verses whispered to the wind and inked in solitude, he poured out a storm of emotions: regret, longing, passion, and undying love. His words spoke of midnight memories, stolen glances, and promises made under starlit skies. While his world saw him as a dignified royal, his poems revealed a man yearning to return to the purity of a love lost to tradition. His fans, both in the UAE and abroad, began to piece together the real story behind his verses. Each line held a secret. Each metaphor was a cry for what could have been. And in every stanza, Hadia lived on. Whispers of reconciliation. A royal triangle revisited in recent months. Murmurs of a reunion between Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha have made headlines. Public appearances, official events, and subtle smiles have led many to speculate whether the couple is finding common ground. But those closest to the prince hint that his heart remains conflicted. Duty may bring him to Sheikha's side, but Hadia's shadow never leaves. Sources say Hadia has remained distant, living a quiet life away from the media frenzy. Yet her influence on Hamdan persists. His latest poems, shared occasionally on his Instagram or read aloud during literary gatherings, still carry the signature tone of sorrow and yearning. It is the kind of love that refuses to die, even when the world demands it be buried. A life torn in two. The heavy weight of duty royal life is not simply a privilege, it's a burden wrapped in gold. Every decision Sheikh Hamdan makes must reflect the interests of his people, his family, and the nation. But what about his heart? What about the boy who fell in love with a girl who understood his silences? That boy still lives within him, shackled by expectations and yet silently dreaming of liberation. Between diplomatic meetings and public speeches, between state visits and ceremonial obligations, there lies a man who longs for a simpler life. One where love isn't complicated by lineage or legacy. Hadia represents that lost world. A world where he was just FAZZA, not the Crown Prince of Dubai. Family. A fortress of support amid chaos, amid the emotional upheaval, the royal family remains his strongest pillar. They offer not only guidance but a sense of grounding. His father, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has shaped Hamdan into a capable leader. His siblings, particularly his twin brother Sheikh Ahmed, are his constant companions in navigating the highs and lows of royal life. And yet, even this powerful familial bond cannot completely silence the echoes of a heart that beats to a different rhythm. A journey through the tapestry of royal romance. Royal love stories are never simple. They are painted with layers of sacrifice, secrecy, and symbolism. Sheikh Hamdan's story is a living testament to that. It's not just about palaces and titles, it's about dreams deferred, about love that must be hidden, and about choices that define lifetimes. Behind every public appearance is a man who has tasted true love and now must live with its absence. Behind every poem is a cry for the woman who once made him feel human, whole, and free. Lessons from a royal love. What can we learn from Sheikh Hamdan's journey? That even in the grandest halls of power, the heart is the ultimate ruler. That even princes weep for what they cannot have. That love, pure, selfless, and authentic, is a force stronger than titles, stronger than tradition, and sometimes, stronger than time itself. Real connection in the modern world. If Sheikh Hamdan's story has taught us anything, it's the importance of connection, real, intentional, emotional connection. Whether you're navigating a royal romance or a humble partnership, here's what keeps love alive. Consistent, meaningful time together. Whether it's a starlit dinner or a morning walk. Honest, vulnerable communication. The courage to speak and the strength to listen. Celebrating each other's growth, not just as lovers, but as individuals on a journey. Let your love be your sanctuary. Like Hamdan's, let it be written in quiet glances, shared dreams, and the resilience to hold on, even when the world tries to tear you apart. Stay with us, join us as we continue to unfold the riveting journey of Sheikh Hamdan, the leader, the poet, the lover. Subscribe, ring the bell, and stay with us as we bring you closer to the soul behind the royal image. Until next time, remember, real love never fades, it evolves.